Hello and welcome to the weekend edition of the Pandemic Update video for Sunday, November 13th, 2022. High transmission makes up 47.02% of the counties, or 1,515 counties. Substantial is 870 counties, or 27% of the counties. Moderate is 617 counties, or 19.15% of the counties. And low makes up 220 counties with 6.83%. And you'll see here, Puerto Rico, for the most part, is in high transmission, with a little bit of moderate transmission mixed in one of the islands. The Northeast is not doing as bad now. Less areas of high, more areas of substantial, and even a couple of moderate and low areas. The South is still widely moderate transmission, a few low, but there is some more high transmission starting to come in, seeping down from the Ohio Valley, down into the Tennessee Valley, and down into Alabama now. So things are starting to get pretty interesting and bad quickly in Tennessee and in the area of Kentucky. And that just does not go for COVID. If we skip over here to flu, look at this. Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, even Florida's starting to get higher. But you can see here in these purple areas, it is really going off the charts. And they actually had to add another color. And if this should continue here, they'll probably add a next color. I'm assuming it would be black, but I don't know. So this is really bad, and it's starting to creep its way up 95. And that is for flu. Alrighty, getting back to coronavirus. Let's take a look at this week's variant proportions. BA.5 makes up 29.7% of the variant. BQ 1.1 makes up 24.1% of the variant. BQ.1 is 20.1%. BF.7 7.8%. BA 4.6 is 5.5%. BN.1, yes, this is a new variant. This just popped up this week. 4.3% of the cases. BA 5.2.6, 2.9% of the cases. BA.2, 1.3% of the cases. BA 2.75, 1.2% of the cases. BA 2.75.2, 0.9% of the cases. BA.4, 0.1% of the cases. Moving on to this weekend's cases. There's only, yesterday there were 4,715 cases reported, only 2 deaths, 95,000 new tests added. Hospitalizations dropped slightly to 27,298. That's down by 445. ICUs are 3,115. That's down by 73. We're going to skip over the map here. You can see here much of the west and southwest is really starting to go up. But much of these numbers are flawed because, again, most places did not report this weekend. New York State, 3,676 cases. And Connecticut, 231 cases. That's all we have for that this weekend. New York State, this may be for today, 3,143 cases and 5.4% positivity. Most recent hospital update for New York State shows, I'm going to zoom this in, shows that there's 2,822 people in the hospital, 286 people in the ICU. Alrighty, HHS. And here we go. HHS this weekend, 27,273 people in the hospital, 77.31% of all hospital beds being used, 3.93% of them are being used for coronavirus. Walgreens positivity update. The most recent update, look at this. Maine is really starting to go up again. Wow. 35.9% positivity in Maine. That's up by 7.5% with increased testing. Let's take a look here at Arkansas. 23.7% positive. That's a difference of 6.3%. Louisiana, 20.2%. Difference of 3.8%. Hawaii's been rapidly going up. Wow. Hawaii is up 18.4% to 25.6% positivity. Previous week was 7.1%. Nevada, 37.1%. How about Florida? What's Florida doing? Florida's actually down slightly to 24.7%. Idaho, 25.6%. Vermont is starting to go up again, 28.6% positivity. That's up by 4.4%. And nationally, we are now up to 29.5%, and I do think that's eventually going to pass 30% positivity. Alrighty here. Texas, 998 people in the hospital, and the positivity in Texas is up to 6.13%. That is pretty much all I have for you today because there's not that much data on the weekend. But some places the cases are rising, some places the cases are holding steady, and in some cases dropping too. Flu, as we saw, let's go back to the flu map. Flu is really starting to take off. And that purple is going to spread to more areas. Eventually, the Northwest will get in on the action, I think, after Thanksgiving. And even District of Columbia, I forgot to mention this earlier. District of Columbia is now at very high. Maryland's about to flip to very high. Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey is going to get worse. Because you see a high volume of travel here. When Thanksgiving comes in 2 weeks, this is really going to... The Northeast corridor is just going to really take off. Flu and maybe even COVID cases as well. COVID's definitely going to go up here as well. And going back to the variants, we're watching some of these new, like BN.1. That's one I've never heard of before. Some of these new variants are starting to take off. So we'll have to see what goes on from this. Alrighty. Thanks for watching this video. And stay safe, everyone. And please, if you would, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Take care. See you next time.